If it's their first time, we will do an assessment first. The first session will be painting the iris and taking an impression of the socket. Then we'll do the fitting, and that's when I do those minor adjustments. We determine the direction of the gaze, so exactly where the iris will be placed. And then the third step, they come in where we paint the white in the veins. When I was little, I was always like, I like art and I like science. I wonder what I could do. Could I be like a forensic artist? So it's kind of interesting that I found something that really combines those two things in this way.
Things have really exploded in the last couple of months. We're having a medium-sized production run every month of, maybe 60 units or so, and that's keeping up with our demand. My manufacturer in Newmarket is awesome, and they are doing everything that they can to help me. Innovation Guelph introduced me to the opportunity to apply for a CAN export grant from the federal government, and I was ecstatic to be awarded a grant of $21,600 towards my marketing efforts in the United States for the balance of this year. The application has a second part to it, which is another $40,000 in 2022, which will be considered depending on the outcome of the first 6 months. $66,000 for a small business like me has just been such a significant increase to my ability to market this product in the export market.
Our office, the one where I used to work, shut in when everything shut down in March of 2020. I was on CERB, and then I had my baby, and I sort of had been communicating a bit with my former boss. He was thinking of expanding the office, and we discussed whether or not there was a future for me there. And it seemed like I didn't really have a role I would be happy with if I was going to return there. So then I just started to think about what my options were, and I'd always hoped to go out on my own eventually, but I kind of thought I would do it when my kids were all in school. So this is a bit of a risky time to do it, because I currently have 2 kids in full-time daycare, so that's more than my rent here. That's actually why Rhyze has been good for me, I think, because I needed to wrap my head around this sort of idea that I would call myself an entrepreneur.
One of the unique features with the program is we bring in 3 streams. So we have a small business stream, a scalable stream, and a social enterprise stream. And we have women entrepreneurs joining the program from various stages, ages, and sectors. The program focuses on mentorship, where the women entrepreneurs in the program are carefully matched with a mentor who focuses on their leadership and their professional development skills. So they have an opportunity with a facilitator to go over the ins and outs of how to build a pitch deck, how to pitch their business, their product, their services, whatever it may be.
I guess I knew there were a lot of things that I didn't have training in. I have a mentor who's younger than me. She's so accomplished and amazing, and it's really fun to sort of look up to this woman. It was helpful to embrace the idea that I was really doing this. Finding a place and buying equipment, it just doesn't seem real. So I think the support of the program, it validates the endeavor.
There's been success across all streams in the program and across all cohorts. The business growth and expansion that we've seen from these incredible entrepreneurs throughout their journey in the program has just been incredible.
We're going to go in and meet Dave, Judy, and Adam Carter at MBC Rotomold. They're the family that has owned and run this company for decades. And we get to see some optimizers being assembled. They'll be shipped next week to the United States. Awesome. Good to see you. The process that's used here is to mold the manger for the optimizer and the legs. They're molded out of linear low density polyethylene plastic. About 100 pounds of plastic is put into a big oven and rotated, hence the name roto molding, for about an hour in order to melt all the plastic pellets and form it into our molds, and then do the final assemblies. This run we're finishing up is a total of 66, and we're doing another 40 in a couple of weeks. We're pinning each state as we go. I think we're up to about 14 states already. Washington, California, Arizona, Texas, a lot in the East as well. And it's just been such a pleasure to work with these new customers. So the units from last week, they're in Albuquerque, New Mexico right now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
We shipped 18 optimizers to a customer in Arizona, so they're on their way. They're in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I was just talking with the woman that has purchased them. She bought 5 optimizers in July just to try them. She absolutely loved them, and so she's bought 18 more. And she was telling me that she had rushed one of her horses to the vet. The horse had consumed a lot of sand while it was eating hay off the ground and had to be sent for emergency surgery. And she was just saying how much if she had had an optimizer in that paddock, that wouldn't have happened, and it would have saved her thousands of dollars in a vet bill.
The first time someone puts in the prosthesis, if it's their first one, is often very emotional. And there are tears a lot of the time, or hand squeezes. And it's a very nerve-wracking moment for me because you don't know for sure how it's gonna look until they put it in. But for the most part, it's a nice moment to be able to share with them. I feel like I feel more empathy and connection when people have had traumatic experiences. It's always hard to say exactly how many kids I have because my firstborn passed away when he was 3. When Riel died, I wanted him to be a part of me in my life for the rest of my life, and I got his name tattooed on my hand. But Saul, who was also alive at the time, I also wanted to have his name together. The nice thing about my part that I get to play is that I'm part of the healing. So it's really nice when we have clients who decide they want to embrace the fact that they have an artificial eye, and we can make artistic eyes for them, and they can see it as an opportunity as opposed to just a loss.
Really good. Beautiful. Dave? If you can consider applying for this program, the resources are tremendous. The project resources, I worked with 4 different specialists who were specific to what I needed to do at that time, specifically to figure out how to export to the US and to improve my marketing. The specialists taught me so much and taught me so that I would be able to do so much more on my own, or if I were to hire people, to know what to look for when I was hiring the right people. And so to be able to work with people who are interested in my business, who are want to contribute, who have great and differing perspectives, has been invaluable.